Welcome to Blade HQ, everybody. Today's a very special day because we have on our illustrious marketing manager, Brianne. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good, George.
Good. It's good to have you.
I'm so excited to be here. It's been a while since I've been on camera.
Yes, well, hopefully it won't be too long from the next time because Brianne is here because she is our marketing manager and therefore has control of our marketing budget. And today we're spending it on you. Let's talk knives. Brianne, what are we doing today?
We have chosen a couple of customers from Blade HQ and pulled some items from their wish list to talk about. And I believe we've got a little surprise for each one of them after we discuss what's on their wish list.
Yeah, so my understanding is we're gonna get these, we got these knives off of 3 different wish lists from 3 different people. We put out a poll and you guys submitted some. And we are going to talk about the 3 knives that we pulled, why they probably found their way onto your wish list, and then we're gonna have to agree on which one we're gonna send you guys.
Yep.
For free!
For free.
All right, with no further ado, let's start with this first wish list. Who's this from?
All right, this is from Aiden. We're super excited with this one. We're gonna kick it off with the Tactile Knife Co. Bexar, which is a slip joint, titanium handle. It's got a light texture on it. I love this knife. It is super lightweight, super slim. Oh, I think it's just classy. And that slip joints kind of scare me a little bit, but it is clean.
Yeah, so I'm gonna disagree with you on one thing. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Bear. Tactile Knife Co. is based out of Texas, and Bexar County is B-E-X-A-R. That is where San Antonio is. Lived in San Antonio for a couple of years, and I got roasted hard for saying Bexar. So please roast her hard for saying Bexar because I'm pretty sure it's Bear. Or roast me hard if I'm wrong.
I'm just a fan of Star Wars, so.
Perfect. Yep. And then I love like you mentioned, I love the milling that Tactile Turn has done here. Tactile Knife Co. Yep. They also have their pen company, and they are known for making just this fine grip on their pens and on their knives that bites your hand just right, but it won't show up your pocket. It looks good. And I remember at Blade Show last year, we went and did a video. We stopped by the Tactile Knife Company booth, and Mike, the guy who owns the company, showed us his wallet. He's got this super thick leather welt in it and then a cutout to fit this perfectly in his wallet. It is the coolest thing I've ever seen. That knife earned a place on my wish list just because of that.
That's awesome.
So Aiden, I like this one. These would go for about $200, $199.99. Yep. Yeah, great pick for any wish list in my opinion.
USA made, Magna Cut steel. That's on my wish list right now too, so.
I have 0 things to complain about.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Benchmade Tagged Out. This one's also USA made, has this injection molded FRN handle, a very slim CPM 154 blade with Benchmade's Select Edge, and an axis lock, ambidextrous.
What I love about this is just how lightweight it is, and that orange handle just is so easy to find when you're hunting. It just really stands out to me. I do like the black hardware. For me personally, I love black blades, and so if this came with a black blade, I would have bought this. Yeah, I would have bought it by now.
Yeah, so when I see this one, you ever seen people who do like RIT dyes, but they'll do a gradient? So like, they'll get their bowl of RIT dye, and then they'll dip it in, and they'll pull it out slowly, and it goes from very light to dark. I'd almost go like orange to purple, give it like a sunrise vibe. I think that would look super good.
That would be way cool.
Well, you probably don't even have to disassemble the knife for that one too. It'd be great. And it's Select Edge. For those of you who don't know what Benchmade's Select Edge is, it's 14 degrees per side and it is stupid sharp. They put it on their Necron this year and it cut me twice in the same video. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, and these ones go for $180.
Yep, 180. USA made, and don't forget that all Benchmades are double the points on the website for Blade Club.
Yeah, so Blade Club's super awesome. For every 1,000 points you earn on Blade Club, it's $5 off of a purchase for you. So you don't have to get too many Benchmades before you've got yourself quite the gift card. Yep, and then lastly, we have the smallest of the bunch. We have our Spyderco Native. This one's got your S30V steel G10 handle compression lock. This is the smallest of the Native series. It comes in both a lock back and a compression lock, but I think Aiden had the right pick with the compression lock.
Yeah, and again, all blacked out, my favorite.
Brianne's all about that.
This is one of my favorites just because of the size of it. I mean, girl jeans, we don't have the pockets for big knives, and so something like this is just perfect for me, but it also, I love the finger choils on this. Just a seamless connection right there between the blade and the handle, just for that perfect grip where you can just function the knife and the blade perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do like this one. However, if I were shopping on my wish list, I'd be going after the inverse in the Native series, which is the Shaman. So this is the other compression lock of the Native. So the Lil Native is the one he's got, but the Shaman has a compression lock as well. It's just like a giant version of the other. I do actually own both of these knives personally, and I carry the Shaman more. But I do really respect the Lil Native, and I dare not tell my wife that I have it because I'm afraid she'd steal it for that pants problem.
Very nice.
Okay, so now we have our first task. We must decide which of these to send to Aiden. What's your vote?
I am kind of leaning towards the Tactile Knife Co. Bear or Bexar. We'll say Bear.
Bear.
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. It's slim, it's got great materials. I don't know, that's what I'm leaning towards, George.
Yeah, it's got lots of titanium and very tactile. But I don't know, maybe it's just I'm in an Eric and Sal Glesser phase. I believe this is a Sal design. No, this is an Eric design. See, it's got the E. I believe that's Eric. I could be wrong. Yes, but this is my vote personally because it's a Spyderco, so you know that grind's gonna be really good. It's gonna have their stupid sharp factory edges, great USA made warranties and all that, and a nice reversible deep carry clip. Whereas the Bexar Bear, you've ruined me, Brienne. This one does not have a pocket clip.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
But it goes in the pocket really nice.
You can put it in your leather wallet.
You put it in your leather wallet. All right, just because of Mike's wallet, I'm gonna go with the Bexar Bear. Bear! I can't stand. All right, 1 point for Brienne and one excellent knife for our friend Aiden. That will be in the mail soon.
Sweet.
All right, next up, who's our next person?
Julian.
Julian! It's not our Julian, is it?
Nope, not our Julian.
We just hired a new video editor named Julian. Super cool dude. And he's been getting into knives. I'm like, he's been busy if he made this wish list. So the first on Julian's wish list is the Canp Convict. Tell me about this knife.
All right, so this one, we've got a stonewashed sheep's foot blade, S35VN steel, known for holding an edge, high toughness. What I love about this is the green anodized titanium. That with the double thumb stud and that gold accent, I feel like it's just a classy knife overall in my opinion.
Yeah, that green and gold combo reminds me of like old money and royalty, which is classy. And titanium's great. S35VN, one of my favorite super steels. It's a great one. My understanding is a Chris Conway of Sheepdog Knives design. So he also is the designer behind the Kaiser Sheepdog. But I think that might have been on his wish list as well.
Oh, really?
We just cherry picked a few off of every wish list here, but this is a great knife. I agree. How do you feel about sheep's foot blades?
I have mixed feelings about sheep's foot blades. I lean more towards a Wharncliffe than a sheep's foot, but I guess what would you describe the differences between a sheep's foot and a Wharncliffe?
So when I started as a copywriter, I was trained that a sheep's foot has no point, but you can stab somebody with a Wharncliffe. That was what was told to me. Please do not stab anybody. But I could almost give that a Wharncliffe. Maybe if you angled it back, you could get some good piercing a little bit. But I think it walks the line between the two quite nicely. And that straight edge, I think, is going to be nice and easy to sharpen, especially on a harder steel, like S35VN is prone to be. I think it's a good choice. These go for $207
on the site.
Not bad at all. And then next up, they have the Osborne. And I'll let you talk about this one because it's one of your favorite knives ever.
I love the Osborne. The Osborne this knife was actually my first purchase when I was a Blade HQ employee almost 4 years ago.
Ever since then, they've all been Protex.
Yeah, I love this knife. I feel like it's entirely versatile, so easy to use. I love the contouring in the handle, just the shaping that they do into the aluminum. I always love the purple accent with the back spacer. Overall, like just a clean Warren Osborne design. I love this knife.
I do as well. I've owned a couple of these. I actually had 2 of the M4 ones, and then I tried to fit a grill from a Walmart into the back of my car. And this awesome dude, Connor, saw that I was struggling and he lent me a truck ride for my grill. So I gave him an Osborne.
Aww.
I still feel like I came out on top of that because I can make a dang good pork butt now. But I have an Osborne and I'm never getting rid of it because it is such a good knife. I love it because it's super slim. Like, it feels like a gentleman's carry in the pocket, but in the hand, it fills out the palm nicely and it wants to go to work.
Yep.
It's it's like perfect. It's great for the hand and the pocket and everything. It's just so good.
My favorite thing about this is the blade shape, that reverse
Tonto.
reverse Tonto.
I call it a spay blade.
The spay blade. Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, what even is this blade is my question.
Yeah, reverse Tonto.
Yep, we'll stick with that.
So I upgraded to our Blade HQ exclusive M4 Natural G10 for my EDC. I actually gave, the Benchmade
Original.
Yeah, the original. I gave that to my brother and decided to upgrade my EDC to our exclusive.
You got a lucky brother.
Yeah, I know.
My brothers never get that lucky.
Yeah, but I love that knife. I think it's clean. I love the satin blade with the green handle. I think it's just a sweet contrast overall. But.
Anyway, great pick. We're going to stop raving about that and move on to the Joe Caswell designed CRKT Provoke. This is a karambit. It's got a D2 blade, which I think this is a great self-defense option for one reason, because of that chisel grind. Mm-hmm. So one thing, Ernest Emerson knows this very well, the chisel grind creates a larger wound cavity, and when it comes to a self-defense situation, that's useful.
Mm-hmm. And then break down the kinematic mechanism here for us.
So in essence, you hold the knife like this, and there's some jimping along this hinge point here, and you just push down on that and the knife snaps open. But is that not the coolest mechanism? Got these two arms and it just swings forward and backward. Oh yeah, good times. And then the lock on the back, so it's not gonna swing back on you until you tell it to. And then this cool pocket clip, check this out. You push down on that and it pops up to get into your pocket, but then it's perfectly slim when it's in your hand.
I like how compact this one becomes when you close it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
We'll see if it fits into my pocket right now.
Yeah, the women's pocket test.
It fits.
Oh,
I don't know if
way.
they can even see it, but it's in there.
It does. It goes all the way down the woman's pocket. So. That's saying something. All right, so we've got ourselves the hard use everyday carry classic versus the self-defense modern expertise versus just that dead sexy green titanium. What are we thinking?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards either the Osborne or the Convict. I just love how the Convict overall is just a beautiful knife with quality materials, but you can never go wrong with an Osborne.
Yeah, I'm thinking we should give him the Osborne too, because if you don't have an Osborne, it's time you got an Osborne.
Who are you?
All right, Julian, congratulations. We will be sending you a Benchmade Osborne. Merry March. That's the thing now.
Happy spring.
All right, and then last up, we have David M. I have a brother named David M, but I don't think he has this good of taste in knives.
To kick off David's wish list, we're going to talk about the Kaiser Drop Bear. This one is featuring green and gold fat carbon scales. What do you think about this knife?
Camouflage looking almost. Very fun, but it like pops a little. It's like all the fun of camouflage, but it's not trying to blend, it's trying to say, love me. And then a 20 CV blade, so very premium there. And what I think is cool here is we have the Kaiser clutch lock. So the clutch lock is unlike the axis lock in a bunch of the other crossbar locks in one important way. If you pop these scales off, you can adjust the tension on the Omega spring in here, which means if you like one that's really hard to push on so that it locks up solid and just needs just a little bit of movement to move, it'll be great. But if you like something a little bit looser because you like to do this all day, like my boss hates when I do with my Griptilian, you can do that. It is everything you'd ever want out of a crossbar lock. Right there, and what a just usable blade shape too.
I was just gonna bring that up. I love the width of the blade, the length of the blade. I feel like you can really get in and do those tasks easily with the size of that.
Yep, and then a nice deep carry pocket clip that is like, I think it's a milled deep carry because it's got a little bit more meat down here, so you're not gonna get a bend in the front of the clip, but it's gonna bend here at the back where it should. And then recessed screws in there too. A great everyday carry knife indeed. And then we have Demco.
I'm excited about Demco.
Oh, that's a Demco. This is the Shark Cub. Tell me about it.
All right, this one is our exclusive. We've got a couple of variations, but this one has a textured smoke ultim handle. We've got a 20 CV steel blade with that shark's foot. This one has been on my wish list for a while now. Right now they are on sale through the end of April. They go for about $159, $169 on the website right now, but I love this knife. It's super thin, it's fun to fidget with that shark lock. Overall, I think this is a solid wish list item.
Yeah, so my buddy Dylan was crushing on this knife, and I was talking to him once upon a time. He's like, yeah, I love that shark cub. It looks so good. So I actually got him the plain version with the shark's foot, the slicer shark, the slicer blade. I got him that for Christmas, and I've seen it in his pocket all the dang time. And I think that this knife just packs in more joy per ounce than just about any knife out there. It's super slim, super light. I'm pretty sure it's a thinner blade than the original AD 20.5 as well. So I think it's the EDC Demco. And what I love about this pocket clip is instead of that big curvy thing that they do, I'm trying to describe it. This one's just a simple reversible deep carry. So very nice indeed. I do love the shark cub.
Yeah, I need to pick this one up because I have long nails and I love the lock on this because I don't have to dig my finger into a frame lock or a liner lock. This one's just easily accessible and it's just overall demonstration. Overall, I just love the design of this knife. Andrew Demco, thank you. It is clean.
That guy is so good at designing knives. Yep. All right, these ones go for $220 normally?
Normally, yep. $169 for the textured, $159 for the smooth.
Those are on sale right now.
Yep, on sale.
Get them while they're on sale, I guess. But if not, I mean, even at $220, it's a great knife. And then lastly, we have the Michael Janich designed Micro Jimbo. This thing's so cute. I just love it. Honestly, I kind of want to get both of these just so I can hold them together. Look how awesome that is. That might be my wish list. All the baby Spydercos. Got to get a dragonfly in here. Yeah, but this is a self-defense knife from Michael. He's an expert in edged combat. And he also designed the Yo Jimbo and also the Yo Jumbo. As you can see, there's some significant size difference here. But I think if I were choosing between these two, I'd go with the Micro Jimbo as well. That's a big, big knife.
It is a huge knife.
This one may look small, but it feels big. Like, check that out. Like you get a full 4-finger grip on it, unless you have massive hands like Dallas does. But like, it's just a great knife.
It feels good in the hand. What I love about this design is that I haven't seen anything like it. It just stands out, it's unique, and then I love that there are the different size variations.
Yeah, and I love that on this one. So on the Yo Jimbo and the Yo Jumbo, we get a hollow grind right at the edge. But this one we get a full flat. So this one's going to have some nice slicing performance as well. It's not going to hit that speed bump of a hollow grind, which I think will just make this an excellent EDC knife in addition to its defensive capabilities. And then we have a reversible deep carry clip and an S30V blade. S30V, am I right? Yeah. S30V, awesome. And these go for about $183.
That one's a newer model too. It just was announced last year, right? Like in May. That one's still new to me. Yeah,
honestly, we're lucky we had them in stock. They've been really, really popular since they first arrived.
Backed up on pre-orders for a while.
Okay, now for me, this is going to be the most difficult wish list to pick one for.
I agree.
These are hard. 3 bruisers. I love them all. All right, I'm gonna lobby on behalf of this one for a minute. So first of all, Michael Janich is an expert in edged combat. And I really appreciate that he's adapted that to a small everyday carry platform like this. I think this would be a great box cutter. It'd be great for slicing an apple for lunch or whatever, but it would also be useful in all those other situations as well. And who doesn't love a compression lock? I do like that one. Now tell me why we should pick the Demco instead.
It's tough for me too because I feel like the size of this one, it's slightly bigger than the Micro Jimbo, but I also feel like you can do some heavy, hard tasks with this knife.
That shark lock is so strong.
It's so clean and it's just so fidgety. It's just so fun. I love the shark cub. This one, I'm leaning towards this one. You've got that Smoke Ultim exclusive, and then I forgot what steel's on this. Is it 20 CV? Also 20 CV. So, or I guess this one's S30V. But I don't know, this one's just so fidgety. I love the texture of the handle, the grip of it, the finger choils on here on the handle. It just fits really nicely in my hand. So that's kind of why I'm leaning more towards this one.
Okay, I think we should send him the Demco for the following reason. We are Blade HQ, and this is a Blade HQ exclusive. It's got one of our favorite handle materials, one of our favorite blade steels. It's awesome. Let's send him a Demco.
Sounds good.
And David, this Micro Jimbo is waiting for you, still on your wish list. Well, I think we only have one thing left to do.
And what is that?
We got to send some knives to people.
Let's get to it.
Let us know what knives you would have sent these folks, and let us know how we can make videos like this better in the future.
Again, we appreciate your engagement in videos like this. It kind of helps us be able to give back to our community when you do participate. And if there are any suggestions you have for videos for the future, send them in the comments. We read through those often. We love hearing your guys' feedback, and we're excited to do more.
All right, we'll see you next time. Let's go send some knives.